Good morning, evening, and afternoon. Welcome to part 27 of Aokana, Ao no Kanata no fō rizumu. Last time we finished, no, I can't say finishing off, but we finished off meeting Mashiro at her house. We had a little thing where she introduced Masaya to PSQ. Obviously, everyone knew it, but I mean, lending him a PSQ as well as Monitor, and that has allowed him to kind of see into her world in a sense, get in a way closer to her as well. And surprisingly enough, it actually also led to the club being a lot closer as well, because after practice they tended to join together and play a bit of Monitor. There are a few interesting things from that section where it was shown to everybody that Masaya isn't perfect. He does have his sides where he is vulnerable and weak, and that he is obviously just like everybody else. We also were able to see that Mashiro is actually, I don't know if this would be the right word to show the type of character she is, but she's pretty close to tsundere in my opinion. She acts quite tsun, I guess you could say, but then there are parts where she's deader, like when she she's shown that she does want to get closer to Masaya, but it's not easily shown. A good way to show that is when he was visibly troubled and he was struggling to keep up with everybody, and he was quite disheartened by it. Mashiro slipped a training manual, like a tutorial guide in a sense, into his bag, along with sticky notes saying good luck. I think it was good luck. But it just show a different side to her. Another interesting thing well, not interesting, but funny thing was Madoka. I like her character because she's unique, obviously, compared to the other characters. Oh, it's not saying the other characters are generic, but I'm just saying it's hard for me to explain. But I enjoy the comedy she brings to the group, I guess you could say. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. So another big thing that happened was we have been actually hanging out with Rika 3 times a week for about an hour each. So Masaya is apparently helping or giving tips, suggestions, supporting Rika with her flying circus training, in a sense also aiding another rival. We were also able to get another decision for Rika, which was to keep supporting her. I wonder how choosing the other one would have affected things going forward. Actually, it'd be really interesting to see. Anyway, we can probably expect to see a lot more Rika then, since we'll be spending more time there. So yeah, the things I can expect going forward for now is that we still need to do that study camp thing, the study group, and we can probably expect something to do with Rika soon. Some events that will pull them together. But anyway, let's see what Mashiro is so surprised by, which is obviously because you can tell that he's improved so drastically that she is surprised. A few days later, I've gotten so good that I surprised my coach. So it's actually been a few days. maybe I'm talking myself up a little. Honestly, I only just got to the point where I can play the game normally.
先輩、うまくなりましたね。
Oh, really?
そうですよ。
Thanks. I try to make my response sound casual, but I'm actually super hyped about my accomplishment.
こいつ借りましょう。雷属性で。
It's a subspecies, so we need fire weapons actually.
あ、そっか。
After that, we wordlessly work our PSQs for a while. The udon store may be empty, but I still feel a little out of place sitting here in a corner mashing buttons. We'll probably move elsewhere if customers start coming in, but for now, I'll just focus on the enemies in the game.
すごいですね。
Suddenly, that lone word escapes Mashiro's tightly sealed lips. What's amazing?
こんなに上手くなっちゃうんだって。
It's all thanks to my coach, really. I wonder what they use for coach. Oh, it's just saying that it's because I was taught well. Not specifically saying coach, but anyway.
じゃあ、私の FC が上達しないのはなんででしょう。
That's actually a really good thing to say. Because I like the contrast here. He was able to do well at Mod Eater because he was taught well by Mashiro. So if you were to reverse it, even though Mashiro is supposed to be teaching Mashiro well, she's not improving. So why is that? It's a good way of asking that question. Because I'm not a kind enough coach, maybe? I know I mentioned a few times already that one thing that's kind of irritated me recently is the way they wrote these parts with Mashiro. He's been trying to get Mashiro to change his style for probably weeks now, and he's still not gone around to do it. I know, obviously, as mentioned before, he wanted to get the right time, get her in a better mood to talk about it. I can understand it as well, because when you want to ask somebody something and they're not in a good mood, you feel more reluctant to ask it. It's best to do it when they're in a better mood. But when it comes to this, even if they were to be in a bad mood, this is affecting her training. So it's something you should have done before, a while ago I should say. I'll ask her that, but this whole game experience has already helped me reach the right answer.
先輩、私に優しくした記憶あります？
To be honest, there's no real need for a coach to be kind. However, I know I should have at least made our relationship clear from the start. Man, this is depressing.
ごめんなさい。嘘です。
Huh? Oh, why are you apologizing?
先輩は悪くないです。
Sorry, Oh, okay, she did apologize. Okay, anyway.
先輩は私と同じように始めたばかりのモンタッタで、私と同じような気持ちになったはずなのに、それでもって練習し続けた。
Another good way of seeing it. His mentality in tackling something new is different than how she was tackling something new. He was putting his all into it while she was tiptoeing around just following Misaki.
しょうがないって諦めた私とは違った。誰かのせいにしないでちゃんと自分で努力した。だから先輩は悪くないです。すみませんでした。
She apologizes without looking me in the eye. Listen, I feel like we won't get anywhere if we keep playing the blame game. So it really doesn't matter who's at fault. Let's just say you introducing me to Mon-Eat has helped me understand you better. By tackling something Mashiro's good at, I was able to get her perspective on things. If it wasn't for that, I still wouldn't understand her feelings. It's all because she took the effort to reach out to me. I'm sorry, and above all else, thank you. Now it's me who has his eyes fixated on the screen. I know I should be looking her in the eye when we're having such a serious conversation, but I have to admit, I can only make such an embarrassing confession because we aren't looking at each other. It's an unusual blush from Mashiro. Mashiro? Ah, so you got embarrassed. Okay. Mashiro's character moves to an area away from where the boss is located. Then she goes and replaces herself with a plushie like last time. She's currently hiding behind a pillar with only her eyes poking out. Mashiro?
聞かないでください。答えられないです。
Okay. Does she hate what I just said? That's an expression of rejection, right? I look at the plushie. I didn't know this before, but in the game he's the guy who's always giving the main character advice, despite bad-mouthing him. Dumia, you're actually a really nice guy. I strike the plushie on impulse. It's kind of like when you see a cute animal, you know? In a sense, you can actually see it as a substitution to Mashiro, so him doing this to the plushie, I wonder how she will react to it. Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, nanishite is more like, oh, what do you think you're doing? What are you doing in a sense? How could I, what? After she says that, she grabs plushie and storms off to her. Huh? I'm so confused.
いいの？部屋に帰ってきちゃって。いいの？ここにいてもちゃんと向こうに会話届くから。あら、そう。お母さん、それで何の用？後でさっきのあれ貸してくれない？え？ぬいぐるみ。いいわけないでしょ。ダメ？今晩抱いて寝るから？寝ません。ファブラーズかけまくるだけです。またまた。っていうか、お母さんがなんであんなのいるのよ。絶対必要ないでしょ。いやね、ちょっと改造とかしてみようかなって。改造？あれにツインテールつけて誰かさんに似せて、それでなでなでされちゃったらマシロは一体どうなっちゃうのかしらって。出てってよ。
Feels like I'm eavesdropping on a fight between mother and daughter, but I've got no clue what they're saying. Wonder what Mashiro mom means. Okay. Interesting. Our club room, which used to be filled with talk of hunting monsters, has now started to return to normal.
やってるみたいだね。
Misaki peeks in on my PSQ screen. She left her PSQ back home. Seems she's already bored of the game. Sure am. She obviously doesn't just mean money here. It seems Misaki's a lot more worried about my relationship with Mashiro than I thought.
頑張れ。
That sounded quite of a...
頑張れ。
I don't think I've heard Misaki sound like that before. Like she really, a lot of heart into that. Good luck with it. Like she really is hoping for the best. Thanks. I'm doing it for your udon too.
だね。もちろん先払いでもいいよ。
Nah, maybe if Mashiro was with us, but not now.
なんかめんどくさそう。
Wow, that's pretty damn rude. I'm not even involved, but I feel bad about that Mashiro is being treated like that when she adores Misaki. Don't know why I struggle to read that. Can't you be a little nicer to Mashiro?
別にべったりすることが優しさとは思わない。とか言ったらそれっぽくない？
I feel like there was something else said here, but... Well, I guess I shouldn't poke my nose in where it doesn't belong.
マサヤさ、気づいてる？
What?
長い付き合いの中で初めてそんなことを言ったよね。
True.
真白は寂しんぼで警戒心が強いけど、一度出れるとすごいからね。うかつな言動は命取りだと覚悟するんだね。
You're speaking based on experience?
実行してないのにあれだから怖いんだよ。
Makes sense. Well, as things stand, I'd say we're just acquaintances at this point. Still, at least I finally moved past her initial negative perception of me. I don't intend to get that close to her, so it's straight up impossible for things to evolve into anything serious. Don't worry, there's no way anything's gonna happen between us.
だといい
Give
け
it a
ど
few
ね。
months.
じゃあ今日は私帰る。
I'll say a few months, but I don't know. I think I was doing Mashiro next actually. So a few weeks, depending on how far this goes to it. Yeah, see you. I casually wave my hand at Misaki as she makes her way out of the club room. I feel like I'm forgetting something as I look around the empty bus. What could it be? Seems that strange topic Misaki brought up has made me forget. Oh, wait. I checked the time, since it looks like it's gone late. Ah, it's time for me to head back home. I turn my PSQ off and grab my bag. And I'm off. Then I get up and leave my club room. Weird that he's going he's going about all of this. Normally when he's going to some different place, they just skip straight to it. They don't normally go into such detail about him just trying to leave the club. To me, this means that something's going to happen here or something related to this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we run into Ari. Ugh.
なんだマサヤ、そんな声が出るようなことをしてたのか？
I'm not. I instantly had the PSQ by slipping it behind my back, then under my pants.
やましいことなんて別にないだろ。放課後に部室にいた。それだけのことだ。そうだろ？
Yeah, she's saying about how...
やましいことなんて別にないだろ。放課後に部室にいた。それだけのことだ。そうだろ？
She's just saying about how you didn't do anything wrong, right? I mean, you were just in the club room. So nothing was happening, right? In a sense. Exactly. So it kind of sounds like she knows what he was doing, in a sense.
何か忘れ物でも取りに来たのか？
Basically.
だろうと思った。
Glad to hear. Iceland's being awfully understanding here.
じゃ、後ろの手に持ってるものを正直に出してもらおうか。
Turns out she read me like a book. I'm sorry. It actually just sounds like she knew exactly what was happening from the beginning. I obediently pull out the PSQ. I'm ready for her to start yelling at me, but...
で、ちゃんと仲良くなれたのか？
She understands. Huh? Wow, I'm surprised. She doesn't seem upset about the fact that I've been playing Money in the club room. Instead, she's asking me about my reason for doing it, as if she already knows. Did Marco tell you?
ビンゴだ。あいつああ見えて真面目だろ？しっかり報告しに来たさ。
She probably felt upset that she was left out during the one eat session, so she went.
部室でゲームやってますが、ほどなく終わるので目をつぶってくださいってね。
Wow, I'm genuinely surprised she took care of things behind the scenes when she usually seems so careless. I owe both Aoi-san and Monaco a ton.
で、どうだったんだ？
Oh, it's helped us understand each other better.
そうか、それはよかった。
It was a pretty drastic measure, but things have finally started to work out. She's a real handful. Though I'm also hard to deal with. Should really work on that.
思い出すな。
What do you mean? Aoi-san chuckles as I ask that question.
プロになるから学校は行かなくていいと、空を飛んでばかりいたガキンチョウをなだめたのをな。
I swear she never pulls any punches. Man, I was a super arrogant kid back in the day. I was convinced everything would work out exactly as I planned. I even believed the blue sky existed for my sake. How embarrassing. I'm different now.
へえ、何がだ？
I'm a lot more rational now.
いつまで折れっぱなしかとやきもきしたがな。
Yeah, and honestly, I haven't found closure as a player yet. But I'm still different now. This may sound weird, but flying circus is kind of like my first love. I've long since moved on, but it's still hard to let go. The fact that I still haven't gotten over it really makes it seem like a typical first love, which is rather embarrassing.
ま、手段はともかくとして、マサヤがいい顔になってきたのは嬉しいよ。
Thanks.
思うようにやれ。よほどのことじゃなければ、私は反対しないよ。
Ari-san.
Hmm?
I've started to remember that I hate losing. Ari-san lets out a short snort.
思い出してないじゃないか。その自己採点は不正解だ。いや、三角かな。
Huh?
お前はむちゃくちゃ負けず嫌いだよ。負けたくないから興味を持たないようにしてるだけだ。今のマサヤもいいやつだと思うが、昔のバカなマサヤも私は結構気に入っていたよ。久々に話せて楽しかった。
Ari-san waves her hand at me and proceeds to leave. She really hasn't changed.
おっと、肝心なことを言い忘れるところだった。
Ari-san turns around and pulls me away from the wave of emotions that were about to wash over me. What? Did you come here for something specific?
そうだよ。忠告しに来たんだ。
中国 is more... Oh, sorry, that's Chinese.
そうだよ。 忠告しに来たんだ。
So that's more like warn in a sense. Or give a warning. If I recall. She aims a terrifying smile at me after saying that.
中間テスト、準備は万全なんだろうな。
Yeah. And yet here he is playing monitor. That's it. The thing I couldn't remember earlier in the club room. We're going to enter the week before midterm soon, but I haven't even started studying.
その顔を見ると何もしていなかったっぽいな。
Arison says that in an exasperated voice. We've got 3 problem children, yeah?
ああ、あいつとあいつと転校してきたからあいつもか。
The previous conversation we had on this matter makes it obvious who she's talking about.
そっちのコーチもよろしく頼むぞ、マサヤ。
You can't be serious.
PSQ で遊んでるぐらいだからできるよな、当然。本人が勉強すればいいわけじゃないのが辛いところだが、これも経験だ。しっかりやってみろ。じゃ、健闘を祈る。
Yeah, she's more like Jazz later, yeah, but she also adds, I wish you the best of luck, or kind of similar to that. I don't think it's exactly that. With that, Aoi-san leaves for real. Crap. I need to do something. I'm left in the club room alone, PSQ in hand, and a cold sweat covering my whole body. But what can I do? It's hard to come up with a good idea on the spot. I mean, they were planning on doing the study group, so yeah. So yeah, things will go south real fast if we don't start studying. Her face goes stiff upon hearing my words.
そうですよね。しなくちゃですよね。
That's one thing I actually quite enjoy about these substantive drawings, in sense, as you call it, where everything is the same, just the only thing that's changed is the eyebrows, eyes, and mouth, and yet you can easily feel the difference in the character itself. It's just the face changing like that. This is the first time I've seen Asuka look depressed, and it's not a look I like on her either. Considering how cheerfully she normally is, I prefer it if she regains her usual smile as soon as possible. It reminds me, I think Rika should be fine in terms of her studies. Takafuji, I think, is a reputable school, but I think it's more of a sports school, so quite curious about that.
だね。何か対策立てないと本気で部活できなくなっちゃうよね。
Rather than we're forced to quit, it's more like unable to participate in the club. I think is what she was saying. Also, from what I know from the way they do these types of things normally, is they just bar you from the club room or the club itself. They don't force you to quit. I don't think they will, from what I can gather, any school would force you to quit. They just stop you from going until you sort things out. Exactly. And so those of you who are at risk of failing will have to start studying.
やったー！お休みだ！
Unfortunately not, so you're going to be helping me. Or Masi, I should say. What are you talking about? You'll be busy helping us out.
私も？
Those of us who are definitely going to pass will tutor the rest. That'll be our practice for the week.
そんなの部活じゃないじゃん。ブーブー。
So obvious, it was quite obvious, but the practice they're referring to is club practice. So specifically referring to club practice. You won't change my mind by acting cute. Misaki, you're in charge of tutoring Asuka.
マシロっち じゃないの？
I would agree with that because if she were to teach Mashiro, Mashiro would not be able to focus as well, I think. Think about it. Would that end well? Madoka's expression reads, makes sense. And obviously we can't teach Shion because Shion's a grade higher than us. So Shion will be on his own, left to his own accord, unfortunately. As for Mashiro, I think Madoka and Mase will deal with that. Guess that was enough of an explanation for her.
了解。じゃあテスト終わったらうどんね。
Can't you do anything without a carrot on a stick in front of you? Fine, whatever. We'll go grab some udon after the midterms.
わーい、うどんうどん。
Misaki starts to bounce in place, seemingly overjoyed by the light at the end of the tunnel. This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of our school's top students. Really makes me wonder if God exists. Okay. Just wanted to check because I wasn't sure if they actually mentioned God, but they did. They used Kami-sama.
頑張ります。頑張ります。
Compared to Misaki, Asuka seems like a deflated balloon.
大丈夫だよ。アスカちゃん地頭いいし、ちょっとコツつかめばすぐに成績良くなるよ。
Yeah, also, Madoka, it's hard for me to say this, but
わかってるよ。兄ちゃんについてはちゃんとやれってケツ叩いておくね。
from what I've heard, Praise is on the verge of failing his tests each and every single time. Since he's a year above us, none of us can tutor him. Unfortunately, all we can do is cheer him on as he fights by himself. Still, he's managed to get this far, so he'll probably be fine. Well, that just leaves us with one more problem.
そうだね。知らせに行く？
Yeah, let's do it. With that, Monica and I head off to the toughest nut to crack.
なんか緊張するね、こういうの。
Really?
こうやって静かな廊下に靴音が響いて何かを宣告するのって緊張感出ない？
Why is she acting like an executioner? You're kinda going overboard there. At this point, it's just a reminder, remember? Our job is to eliminate the risk of her eventually receiving a death sentence.
しかし、マシロっち真面目そうに見えるのにテストの点はそうじゃないんだね。
Well, that's just the front she puts up at school. Not many people here get to see what she's really like. Freshman classes haven't ended for the day, which is why the hallway is dead silence. We walk down the silent hallway, making sure to keep our voices down.
あ、ここだね。
We've arrived at Mashiro's classroom. Looks like she'll be in there for a while longer. Should we come back later?
だね。せめて顔でも拝んでおこう。
I seriously don't get the point, but I'll admit that I'm curious too. She's probably sleeping at her desk. An opportunity to see Mashiro doing class doesn't present itself too often. Fine, let's take a quick look. We peek inside the classroom as we walk by it. She isn't secretly playing Monit, and there is she. Nah, no way. That'd get in the way of her good girl act, so there's no way. Oh wow. I don't know where she was sitting, but oddly enough, my eyes found Mashiro immediately. She seems diligent, like she's properly focusing and paying attention. Interesting. She's at her desk by the windows. There she sits wearing glasses. Huh? Does she have bad eyesight? That's interesting. I wonder if she does. Obviously, guys, but I mean, I wonder if that affects her flying circus. I find myself startled by her appearance. Did you know? I'll ask Madoka.
知らない知らない。
She shakes her head left and right as she answers my question. Seems like this is news to both of us.
Huh?
Did Mashiro spot us? Yep, Mashiro has noticed us. Our eyes meet. Must be quite embarrassing. After we gaze at each other for a while, Mashiro hardly takes off her glasses. Well, we can't stay here much longer. Let's go.
だね。
Mashiro looks both embarrassed and annoyed as we walk away.
ああ、真白見られたんだ。そりゃ油断しすぎたね。油断？あの子メガネコンプレックスらしいからね。小さい頃同級生の男子にからかわれたとかで。
Yeah. Little tidbits for me. I also wear glasses, and school time with glasses is not a great thing. Well, I don't know about these days, but in the year 2000, 2007-ish, I guess you could say. I guess you said that the year 2000s was pretty harsh on that stereotype, I guess you could say. So I can understand where this is in a sense.
子供っぽい。
Can't really blame her though.
あの子隠してるの見られるの怖がるからね。本性とかうどん屋の姿とかメガネもだけど。そうなのかな。ん？真っ白っちメガネ見られたのが今までで一番慌ててたみたいに見えたから。そう？うどん屋はともかく本性よりも見られたくないってことはないと思うけど。じゃあ他の理由があるってこと？
The only thing I probably guess is because Marcia was the one that saw her.
他の理由ができたとか。
What's that supposed to mean?
でもマサヤ的にはラッキーだったでしょ？
I guess it was a pretty interesting sight. I feel bad for thinking this, but seeing her get all flustered and embarrassed was just...
やっと目が悪い尻尾掴んだんだもんね。
Yep. Right. He was thinking of a different thing. Yeah, that's totally what I was thinking. Her bad eyesight doesn't suit her current fighter playstyle. Not if she wants to win any matches anyway. I've been wanting to get my change playstyle for quite a while now, so this is just perfect. Yeah. I mean, for a while is an understatement from what I can gather. Why was my mind something else back there? Something must be wrong with me. I mean, I can understand that... How can I really word this without sounding off? Okay, so I'm probably gonna sound weird with this, but whenever I see like a character with blush and like what Mashiro showed, to me it feels like it brings out more cuteness and more better look to the character, I guess you could say. Not really sounding correct there, but anyway. I can understand where he's coming from, perhaps, but in a different perspective. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very lucky. This is a great opportunity. Yep, he's trying to distract it. I'm surprised Misaki remembers I want to change Mashiro's playstyle. Only brought it up once or twice during meetings.
たどたどしい言い方。本心は違うところにあると見た。そうでしょう。
Damn her. Why is she only this sharp when it's inconvenient for me? Well, you guys know what to do now. Make sure you pass.
よーし、頑張ろっか、アスカ。はーい。
She's trying to get away. I'm heading to the club room. Good luck with the rest of the stuff, Madoka.
ほら、都合悪いからって逃げたな。
I flee to the club room to escape her before it's too late. I still have some work to do before I bring up the matter of changing her playstyle. Guess I'll start by comforting Mashiro. She'll probably still be upset about us seeing her in glasses. Later that day, after practice. We'll see how this goes next time. I quite enjoyed this episode. It was... interesting. I think because things are moving ahead in a sense. Yeah, we're getting closer to Masha. That's obvious to see. There's not really any problems there. Everyone's going to be having to study now because the exams are coming up. I was probably used the word midterms, but might sound weird again, but to me that's too American. I try to at least try to be a bit more generalized in terms of my wording, instead of trying to focus on one section. Anyway, deal with that. Yeah. So Mashiro was originally being a fighter, and she used that because Misaki was a fighter. And obviously, I just came to the assumption that she wasn't good because that just obviously wasn't her style. So that's why Masi wanted to change it, which was obviously the case. But now we know another reason why she can't be a fighter, which is interesting. But I wonder how bad of an eyesight. Well, it's not like reading glasses type of eyesight. It's more she can't see in further distances. So it's probably fine, but not great. But I wonder if Mashiro wants, if Masiya wants to turn her into a speeder instead. She doesn't seem like a speeder type to me. She does seem like more of an all-rounder because she does have more of an aptitude towards that from what I can gather from Mon Ita. Okay, so we're going to be going into the discussion of Mashiro changing her style. More about Mashiro, I guess you could say. These past few episodes and probably a few more, we'll probably focus more on Mashiro again. We've had different times where we focus on a character. We focused on Asuka in the beginning, we focused on Rika by the training camp as well as before that as well. Misaki we haven't really seen much of. Mainly we just saw her about the training camp. And at the end as well. By the Mashiro getting injured at the first time I meant. And about her losing to Shindo. But that's about it for Misaki. We don't know too much else about her. I wonder if this is how it's going to go then. Once we finish with Mashiro's arc, I should say. The exam and studying arc. Maybe we're going to focus on Misaki then. Because I think we haven't actually had a lot of decisions regarding her as well. I think we had like one or two. Interesting. I think that'll be it for now. Quite looking forward to seeing how this will progress. Okay. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know what your thoughts. I'll see you all next time.